preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Basketball Association. We begin the second period of this, the fourth game of the NBA Championship Series. Seattle leading the world champion Washington Bullets 2-1, and the Sonics now with the lead as we start the second period. Here's JJ going backdoor. Williams foul. Larry Wright was down there underneath on him, and so too was Kevin Greavy.
It's a great pass from JJ right off the bounce into Gus, straight as the needle. Right there was the foul made by Larry Wright, just coming on here in the second quarter.
Wright is Dick Motter's first substitution, and Greg Ballard also has come into the game at the same time, number 42, left-hand side of your screen.
But the Bullets would really be in trouble for what for Larry Wright's great performance in that first game, which they won at the buzzer.
Larry Wright threw in 26 points that afternoon when this championship series got underway in Landover. 25-16. And the technical foul is called against Bernie Bickerstaff and the Washington bench. Daryl Garrettson.
Come on now. I can see that these refs are very, very strict. Why are you standing up, running your mouth? Even when you're not even in the game, you're not even suited, and you're running your mouth.
It's on Elvin Hayes.
It is on he, who was next to Bernie. The way Bickerstaff reacted, in fact, I'm still not sure it wasn't Bernie who yelled at Daryl.
There's a big E.
There's Mitch Kupchak, Roger Fegley in civilian clothes. Well, he hasn't lost his voice. Here it goes to Unseth. Moving inside on second. Went the other way on him, and Jack did not get the proper help from the other side to seal it off. And there's the first period stats. Says a lot, doesn't it? Washington again shooting poorly. In that last game, they hit only 33%. Hayes 1 of 7. Their guards are 3 of 17 from the floor. And Seattle's defense has got a lot to do with it. It's against Ballard. And he's protesting.
Let's watch Ballard right here now on the play. Here he comes. He gets hit pretty darn good right there with Johnson. And he got called for fighting through the screen.
Ballard almost got another one. DJ comes inside and goes to JJ. They send it back to Silas.
Beautiful. Easy
He
about it. Beautiful.
just leaned right into him like a giant redwood.
That's his best shot. Get that boy in low and lean right in. That's Big Paul. Uses his weight as well as any player.
Extracted a little physical toll there too, didn't he? Here's Wright jumping it off to Ballard, and there's a foul. Silas was in behind Greg that time, and Silas has assessed the personal.
He didn't say a word, you notice, Mr. Salas, to the official.
Reason why. Why compound things? Dandridge sends it back to Larry Wright, who's open. And there's a foul down away from the shot.
35 white push.
And there was a push against Silas. He's picked up another one. He might want to say something about that. No. Let's see. Yes, he did. As downtown Freddie Brown checked in. First thing he did when he got to the arena was to seek me out and show me a bruise up there in his forehead. Where he says he was kicked by Wright.
We only ran that replay 3 times. It was all for you, Brent.
27-21. Even Larry Wright admitted to me. Sigma on the slingshot. Down to the floor he goes. Now John Johnson on the
Beautiful
steal.
steal.
Back to Silas. Here's Freddie. Jump pass. And it was the young man standing there, Ballard. He lost control of it out of bounds, however. I thought for sure Brown was going to go through with the shot.
He made a very careless pass to start that play off when he had the rebound on his play. Well, that's that play up in front, but Ballard couldn't hang on to that one. But to start it, Brad, he had the ball in the backcourt, turned his back, and just lofted the ball up, and JJ picked it off. Very careless play.
Shelton is in because the chairman of the boards has gone out for a while. Silas with 2 fouls. Shelton also playing with 2. DJ from the corner, number 24 on Pepperdine. Goes back to Shelton. Dandridge rebound. Here's Larry Wright. Eyes the floor ahead of him. Puts a move on Brown, and there's a foul called. as he cut inside. Went down the middle. Freddie fouled him.
Good move that time. A crossover dribble by Larry Wright. Goes up into the middle. Again, there's the foul reaching in. Jack Sigma actually fouled him also.
Wright is the young guard out of Grambling. And as Hot Rod told you, he carried the Bullets magnificently down the stretch in the first game. Hits the free throws, and the Bullets are back to within 4.
Yeah, 12 for 18 for the field in that game. Many of them outside on that long jumper.
John Johnson looking back door. There's Dennis. Delays. Shot.
Oh, now see, that was a beautiful shot right there. And also, remember, I need for you all to let me know in the comments who was the MVP of the second quarter.
Body control. Throws it in. It's 29-23. How'd you like that, Dennis Johnson, on any basketball team? Light stops, goes, jumps. With the rebound. Off now to DJ.
Big boy with the rebound.
Comes motoring past right. Up to Shelton. DJ with a shot. Then he comes right back and sets a play to Shelton. Is he something else? Wright turns the corner. Brown will come back on him after the switch. Goes to Ballard. Hands to Wright. Sigma against Unsell. Hayes continues to watch from the bench. Dandridge has not been into the offense much. Comes inside.
He traveled before that foul, but I believe they're going to give him a foul on the play. They have completely got this Washington team frustrated. Watch him shovel his feet there before he went in that little move. And a foul charge to JJ. That'll be his second, and Dandridge will get a couple of free throws. Lenny Wilkins.
At the end of the season.
He'll have a few words to say to you after this one.
Come on, Sam, you're going good. 35,000 last Sunday in the Kingdom. Pay money's worth. Dandridge hits the free throw. 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go. 31-25.
Why don't you buy yourself a franchise, Brent?
If I find the banker, I will. Here's Freddie Brown on the run. Runs up the hooker.
That's incredible. Now the guards are throwing hook shots for Seattle.
Reevy. Comes to the dribble, and DJ watches now for the pick. Goes back to Unsell. 9 on the shot clock. Reevy comes up on Dennis. Misses, and JJ to the rebound.
Wide open.
John positions the troops, and Freddie Brown off with a shot. DJ tries to save it. He was fine, out of bounds. It'll go down to the Bullets.
Grant Hedges, interesting statistic. Washington has set up 22 times, and they've only scored 10 points off those set opportunities. The Sonics, 24 times, they've got 27 points. So the set offense working much better for the Sonics.
The Sonics have 4 team fouls with 8:26, and the Bullets only 2. Sigma out for the block. And here's JJ. Coming inside. Quick shot. Unsell. Defensive rebound. Comes up to Kevin Greedy. Greedy runs it down. Larry Wright loses it, and Brown comes back. Dennis is right there behind him. Now Freddie waits, and it's 5-on-5. John Johnson inside for the layup, and the foul is called. That'll be 3 on Elvin Hayes.
Say what you want to say about this game, but the SuperSonics, they are in the zone.
Here we'll see the drive again from our overhead camera. Good spin move coming up by John Johnson. Greedy out of position. E to come over to help. Gets him with the body.
Here's picked his way through there, JJ. Awfully smart forward. You got to be real straight with him on the defense because he has a great ability to pass if you can pick him up out front.
Hot Rod and Rick. Why is the Big E so out of sync in this series? Why isn't he setting up over there in that right-hand spot, taking the ball and going to the turnaround? Is the Seattle defense just taking that spot away from him each trip?
I think so. They're doubling up. They're forcing him to move out of the spot that he wants to be in.
I agree with John.
Sigma. Let me see where Hayes goes right now. Shelton is there leaning on him. There's the spot. And he put it down like he was going to try to turn the corner on him that time, Rick.
Well, that was a good move, I think. What he's been doing has been very predictable. He's getting the ball there. Either he takes that turnaround fadeaway shot. That time he surprised the defense by making the quick spin move, and this is what you should do offensively. Make a quick move. If you don't have something to do right away, then you give the ball back up.
That's 3 fouls on Shelton now, too, and the Big E comes up to the free throw line, and Charles Johnson checks in. Greavy goes out.
That's exactly what he should do. When he gets that ball, make your move right now. You know a guard's going to come in and help out on you. So either go right, go left, spin like he normally does. He has the quickest jump shot in basketball off of a bounce, a turnaround, but he has not been using it in this series.
Well, he's trying to get off the snide here. He's touched the ball a total of 9 times during the course of this game, and he shot the ball on 7 occasions. So he's trying to do things offensively. They're just not working.
7 minutes and 38 seconds. 35-27. Sonics over the Bullets. Wow. Unseld leading on Sigma. Freddie comes inside. Hangs and puts that.
There you go, Sonics. There you go.
Coming left to right. A few moments ago, he moved right to left.
He shot that one in defense just because he had nothing else to do. He had to throw it up.
Hayes, and there's the turnaround.
And again, he did it quickly, Brent. He got the ball and he made his move. The time that he gets in trouble is when he stands there and allows the defense to come in and trap him and double team him.
Down away from the ball. There was a blocking foul called. And it was against Charles Johnson, number 15. He's protesting. Williams sends it over to Silas. Now Gus moves and Henderson comes right with him. And from the perimeter, it's 2 more. For the game, that's 11 points for Gus Williams. He's averaging 28 an outing. Charles Johnson for the right baseline. And even against Sigma, who'd hustled over on defense. CJ hit the little jumper.
We've seen a guard play with so much confidence in a World Championship Series as Gus Williams. He'll raise and throw it up from 20 feet without even thinking, and he knows he's going to make it. He's got all the confidence in the world.
JJ sends it off to Freddie Brown, who goes downtown. Not that time. Unseld looks outlet, goes to Henderson. Henderson is past JJ. Off to the Big E.
Brent, that's 11 opportunities off the break now for Washington. They've scored on 6 of them. They are doing what their coach Dick Motta has asked them to do.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, Washington. You take advantage of those opportunities and you get closer.
Forcing themselves to run, and it's been paid off in big dividends for them because their set offense has the run. As we see Henderson force it up the middle, he penetrates, hands off to E for 2.
And Hayes now with 8 points is into the offensive flow. And also, we'll have our Chevrolet Coach of the Year. And that could be a close battle, right? 2 candidates right here. Lenny Wilkins and Dick Motta. How about Hubie Brown down in Atlanta? Cotton Fitzsimmons of Kansas City. We'll have our choice at halftime. Here's Brown, wants to go to Sigma. Jack dishes to Gus Williams. Not a good shot that time, and Hayes was there for an easy block. And here's Henderson. Turns the corner. Ballard, offensive rebound. It's 39-35.
Hey, one thing, Henderson's making great moves with speed, going right to the basket, but he's just throwing up the shot wildly as he did that time. Fortunately, Ballard was there in good position to get the rebound basket.
Wonderful Wally Walker, 42. Offensive foul is called, and it goes against Silas, number 3.
There's Paul Silas coming across the lane. The E trying to establish his position ahead of him. Well, watch the E give a great acting job on that one. Draws the foul, so it paid off.
Ballard sends it to the right, and CJ Johnson into the key is short. Here comes Williams at that speed. To the middle. Henderson is back. Blocking foul is called as Gus Williams lost control, and that's 3 fouls on Henderson.
Watch the play here. Here comes Gus down the middle. He took the long rebound right at the free throw line, accelerates here. You watch him lose the ball without anyone touching it. Got away, but then Henderson bumped him with the body. So both clubs are in the penalty. 5:12 left second quarter. Gus will have 1 plus the penalty for 2 free throws.
The foul situation could be a big point in the 4th period. Already Silas with 3, Shelton with 3, Henderson with 3, and the Big E with 3. For Gus Williams now, he scored 12 points. He is the high point scorer as he has been throughout the series. 31 points Sunday in game 3. Here's Hayes. Turns, comes in, and now he has scored 10 points.
Made a nice little turnaround move there with a quick bounce. That's what he's got to do more of.
Williams comes around the Sigma pick, goes to the jump shot. Pretty pick that time by Sigma. And Schulman is up here complaining about the officiating. Sit down, Sam, you're going good. Unseld. Looks in over Sigma. Hands it off now to CJ. CJ hits two.
Well, that was a frozen rope. You can hang your wash on that one.
Williams barks out the play. Walker to the jump. Hayes off to Henderson. Henderson's been looking for the drive. Sends it off that time to Ballard from the corner. It's a 2-point Sonic lead. Onside one, 42-41. 3:50. Williams. Walker with an offensive rebound. Williams cuts it up. Came right up over the back of Wes Unseld for a 3-point Sonic lead.
That's his second offensive rebound basket. Gus Williams only 6'2".
CJ sends it to the Big E. On the double team, he was fouled as he turned on Walker. Wally fouled him.
Well, watch Gus Williams and see what he does after this play. He comes off, he'll take the shot. Now watch, nobody bothers to box him out. Henderson took off down the floor. Walker shoots it. Gus times himself, goes right in and tips it in the basket. The guards have to box out in this game as well as the big men.
For Hayes in the first half. 6 men have scored for the Bullets and 6 for the Sonics as Larry Wright. 32 returns with Henderson leaving. So the mini guards are on the floor for Mark.
Here's that break situation I talked about. Washington has capitalized on it for 16 points. Seattle only 6 points off their break situation.
It's one again. 44-43. 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go. First half. This is the 4th game of the NBA Championship Series. DJ Williams. DJ. 2 more Seattle.
Guards have a great ability to penetrate, hang in the air, look for each other. That time it was Gus. Dropped it right to DJ for the shot.
We've got a timeout.
And we've got a foul.
Also, that is number 4 on Silas. That is 4 personal fouls on Paul Silas. We are back at the Coliseum, and that gentleman there in the suit and tie is Abe Poland. Next to Mrs. Poland, he, of course, is the owner of the world champion Washington Bullets. And he's got an excellent seat right there on the 50-yard line, about 15 rows up, but not close enough to bother the referees like the owner of the Sonics. That's the home court advantage. 46-44, Sonics over the Bullets. JJ looking for the cutter. Ballard on him, and here's Dennis. DJ and Charles was with him, and there's a foul. Jump ball. No foul. Jump ball.
That's a good block.
Great play by Charles Johnson.
He gives away 4 inches on the play, but watch him reach in as the ball was exposed. Here's CJ on the defense. Right in low to DJ, 6'4", and right there he got the ball before he went up. Got to jump.
They'll come up again. They'll come up again. Re-jump it.
Here's a jump before. They just kind of collided. Nobody
Here they
got
are
the ball.
live. Back now to Williams. They go to Sigma. Turn around. Unseld tightens up, flies at him, and Jack hits it anyway.
And Brent, he should be looking to shoot it more. He hasn't been shooting the ball that much in this
Oh,
series.
that was a
He
beautiful
really hasn't
shot.
touched it. He's
Beautiful.
just fantastic in this series so far.
Dennis Autry is in. Now underneath. And it goes goes against Sigma.
There was 3 men trying to go into Hayes. Sigma's fronting him. You see Autry to the side. Now watch over here. JJ comes up on the play. So Alvin Hayes, and a penalty will be at the line. The foul charged to Jack Sigma.
That's the first foul on Sigma. There are 3 on Shelton, 4 on Silas for Lenny Wilkins, who now must consider the foul situation. Sigma is off the BJ. Sonics up by 3. 2:15 first half. Dennis rotates, brought it the length of the floor. No one picked him up.
I think Elvin was afraid to pick up that 4th foul, Brett.
Put his hands in his pockets.
Wright gives it down so. Ballard cuts. Deflected by Williams out of bounds. If you're wondering about Bobby Dandridge, who is not playing right now, he is up and he will return. He has scored but 4 points. 1 field goal in the first period and 2 free throws in the second.
We're taking the E out right now. You don't want to get 4 fouls in the last minute and 55 seconds of the first half, so Mata's going to send Dandridge in, give the E a rest.
Ballard outside. Unsell couldn't control, but Ballard does. Sends it across now to Mr. Clutch. Dandridge outside. High bounce, and it's run down by Charles Johnson from the baseline. Rolled in, and it's unsound. And the Bullets out-hustled the Sonics. One of the few times in this series where that has been the case. 1:32, first half.
If there's one area that the Bullets have dominated, it's the offensive rebounding, and they're still continuing to do that.
Dennis Johnson sends it in to Williams, and Wright. Hold it. It's against Gus.
He leaned right into Larry Wright. You look again. As soon as he got the ball, he just turned right there and made contact. Wright goes flying out. So Bullets will have the ball back and a chance to get to within 1.
In the game on Sunday for the first time in the series, the Sonics out-rebounded the Bullets 49-44 overall. But as Rick pointed out, Wes Unseld was a tower of strength on the offensive glass. Johnson, double team, draws the foul. Dennis Johnson was coming in behind him.
Here's CJ coming right over his shoulder. CJ goes into the air. Right there, he tried to block it, got him on the arm. But this young man has brought the Bullets back as well as any player, and that's Charlie Johnson off the bench. Doing a good job.
And they say that it was the front man, Sigma. 2 fouls on Jack, who jumped into it.
Yeah, Jack was the man who left his feet and hit him with the body on that play. That's what the foul was called.
So Dennis is playing with 1 foul, and Sigma with 2. And 1:10 to go, and Johnson will come up now to shoot the penalty. He can make it a 1-point game again.
He's picked up 5 points in this quarter coming off the bench. He's really brought it back.
Brent, I think that Dick Motta's got to feel very happy at this stage of the game. His team has not done well off the set stuff, which they normally do. Bobby Dandridge has not been a big factor. He hasn't been a big factor. It's that running game that has kept them close so far.
Dandridge goes with JJ. Sigma in low. Now Sigma with the turning Johnson. Jack Sigma, 8 points.
He's got it huge, Brent. Wes Unseld cannot stop him from shooting, as they pointed out. Not many people can.
Well, he gave him a body pump to it. It didn't bother Sigma. Went right up and hit the shot.
Foul down inside, away from the ball against Wally Walker. And for Walker, that is 2 personals now. Wally has not yet broken into the scoring column.
Scoring pace has really picked up in this quarter after a very sluggish start. It was 24-16 at the end of the period.
So the Cats are up over 30 in this period. Their second 30-point outburst in a single period in the championship series. Ballard makes it 52-51 and 42 seconds in the first half. You know, I think that Gus Williams has lost a lot of hair since the playoffs began. He has been marvelous, though, hasn't he?
Super. Absolutely super. I don't think he'd play any better.
Phoenix, they go backdoor. Dennis Johnson loses it. Out of bounds in the middle limits.
And this is the reason why I love defense so much. This is the very reason.
It's 1 shot time now. There's the replay as the ball was knocked out of bounds, and Ballard let it go smartly because he was standing out of bounds.
The shot clock is not quite synced up. 10 seconds on the shot clock, couple of seconds off. As the Bullets winding down. Unseld shoots for the lead. The Bullets are ahead. 3 seconds to go. 2, 1. The end of the first half. Lenny Wilkins is very upset with the officiating.
You have to admit, Washington Bullets have came back a long way. Tell me your thoughts about this video in the comments. Make sure you let me know who's the MVP of the second quarter. Be sure to like, share, watch more videos, and subscribe to the channel.